the gym is so important to me. I started having like anger and anxiety about it, not getting into the session, not real anxiety, but like I didn't like the fact that I felt like I might miss my session and I don't know if, whether or not I had to go back late at night. I was going to make sure I hit it either way, but it's about finding a way to still have uninterrupted time to do what is important to you. That's whether it's fitness or whatever, hobbies, side hustles, your business, whatever it is. I'm talking about in general. What's important to you, you need to find a way to get uninterrupted time every single day. And how can I make that where it's always going to be uninterrupted?
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
Welcome back to the We Wake Up and Grind podcast. I'm your host, Eric. I'm the creator, the founder, the everything that makes up the We Wake Up and Grind brand. But as you know, without you guys, the viewers, the community, the supporters, this brand is nothing. And I want us to hold each other accountable to become the better versions of ourselves. So with that being said, we are going to get into another podcast episode tonight. This is not going to be a training video. This is going to be another episode. It's going to be episode 10. We're up to 10. I promise you guys interviews are coming. I just wanted to build this platform a little bit more before I start bringing people on. But I do want to start bringing them on to share their stories, share their advice, share their tips, because not everybody's going to relate to me. We all come from different walks of life. And I want to be able to present somebody to you that might resonate with you, that you might go and follow. You might be like, hey, I really like their content. I really like their story. Let me go follow their journey. And I want this to be about my channel growing and their channel growing and be able to give you some value while doing so. But tonight we're going to talk about planning and when things get in the way of your plans and how do we handle that and what do we do to prevent that from happening again. Now, with training, I try to go in the morning before work or maybe during lunch, but lately I've been doing a lot of afternoon training. Obviously, I have plans in the afternoon. I have kids. Things happen. So I really want to get back into getting going and training in the morning, getting up early, training in the morning, getting that win under my belt first thing. But then that way I know for a fact I can get that training session done. Now, if I want to go back and do a second session, I want to go back and do some cardio, whatever that is, that's fine. But my main lifting session back in the morning because things happen. And that's the unfortunate things of being an adult. So, like, obviously, with trying to go during my lunch break, my job doesn't always permit me that time to be able to break free for an hour. Now, I am very fortunate that my gym is about 2 houses away from my job. It's about 2 buildings away from where I am employed. So I can bounce over there quick, get changed, get a quick workout in. I don't like the constraint of only having like 45 minutes to train with obviously 15 minutes for driving and changing. But at the same time, I can get a good session in 45 minutes. It's just no breaks, all supersets, back to back work. But when I get to train in the morning, I get more time. Like I said, I get that under my belt. I don't have to worry about work being too busy and I can't escape it. I don't have to worry about going in the afternoon where, for one, it's overcrowded. Like tonight, I had to work around other people. But for two, sometimes things come up. And I don't like the fact that I might have almost missed a training session tonight. I almost missed my session because I almost had to do something different that deviated me from my plan. The gym's important to me. Making it every day is important to me. Only having my one rest day a week is important to me because I have a routine. I have ways that I like to train. Now, with me, the way I've been training is I do 2 pull days a week. I do 2 push days a week. I do a leg day and I do a strictly shoulder day. So one of my push days, obviously I'll focus more on triceps and chest. The second one, I'll do more chest and triceps. Pull day, same thing. Focus more on biceps than back. And then the next one, more back than biceps. then I have a strictly shoulder day, and then I have a leg day. Now, I've been thinking about switching it up. It's like I have 2 leg days. I want to start getting some more size and some more strength going in my legs. I have been taking it easy, have a lot of trauma in my right leg. So I wanted to kind of take it easy and just see how my leg reacts to heavy lifting. But I feel like it's been doing well. I want to up the training. I want my legs to grow as fast as the rest of my body. So that's just a little tidbit of how I train. And that's why I do 6 days so I can hit everything that I want to hit twice. And I also have the shoulder day where it's just shoulders, and then I have my leg day. Now I do incorporate shoulders in some of the push day. I might do, some rear delts or some front delts, some sides. I might, sprinkle that in, do some push days. I don't just have only one day where I hit shoulders, but I have one day where all I hit is shoulders. But I'm sorry, got on a rambling thing about my training routine, but that just goes to show you how important it is that I don't miss any sessions throughout the week. Because if I do, it puts that muscle group behind. So, what I'm saying is it's important to plan for interruptions. So, when I look at my day, it's like, what is one time of the day that no matter what, I can get uninterrupted training? That's going to be the morning. But the interruption is I'm a late night owl. I have a hard time getting myself to sleep early. I don't want to cut down on my sleep because that affects my recovery. It affects my muscle growth. So if I can't fall asleep till 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to wake up at 5. That interrupts my muscle recovery. So then I'm forced to go at lunch or go after work. But I need to find a way to get myself in a habit of falling asleep earlier, laying in bed at the same time every night, trying to get myself in a routine of going to sleep earlier, getting up earlier. I was doing it for months. I don't know what triggered in my brain that made me stop sleeping between not falling asleep and the hard time staying asleep. I've had terrible time sleeping the last month and a half. So it's changed my way that my routine was. I don't like the fact of knowing that something could disrupt it and throw everything off. So what I'm saying is it's important to plan, but it's also important to plan for what can I do to make it to where I'm not getting interrupted and I get my sessions in, I get my full sessions in, and I'm effective. You also got to, plan your meal prepping. You got to plan, you know, learning and knowledge and research. You have to make time for all the things that are important to you. So when you sit down and think about how am I going to construct my day, how am I going to construct my week, you have to think about that. What is it that's important to me, and how can I make it to where no matter what happens, that is not going to be interrupted? So that's just like, I know that's not like a crazy good topic tonight, but that's just what I was thinking about today. Because, like I said, I almost missed my session today. I just got lucky that I still was able to have it. I had a very good session, a 2 hour push session with some shoulder work, but I was able to still find a way to make it happen. But it's just when I don't have that control over it and it's the gym is so important to me. I started having like anger and anxiety about it, not getting into the session, not real anxiety, but like I didn't like the fact that I felt like I might miss my session and I don't know if whether or not I had to go back late at night. I was gonna make sure I hit it either way, but it's about finding a way to still have uninterrupted time to do what is important to you. That's with it, whether it's fitness or whatever, hobbies, side hustles, your business, whatever it is. I'm talking about in general. What's important to you, you need to find a way to get uninterrupted time every single day. And how can I make that where it's always going to be uninterrupted? But yeah, I mean that's literally all the podcast is going to be tonight. I said I was going to keep it short and sweet. If you have some ideas in the comments, please, please, please drop some topic ideas. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and just share this out one time for me. Obviously, we are growing. We're doing a lot of things on the different social media platforms and shorts, reels, long form content, workout videos, instructional workout videos, just straight up training videos. And I just want you guys to be as involved with this community. I want you guys to feel like you are a part of it because you are. With that being said, quick pause, real quick. I gotta talk about something simple but game changing: creatine monohydrate from Bucked Up. A lot of people overcomplicate supplements, but this one, it's one of the most researched and effective out there. Creatine helps your muscles produce more energy during heavy lifts, improves recovery, and supports strength and endurance. So you can push all those extra reps when your body wants to quit. I just re-upped on this. It's from Bucked Up. In the description below, you can find my link to get yourself 20% off your next Bucked Up order. That's whether you want pre-workout, all bulk, no bloat, pumpocalypse, supplements, vitamins, clothing, whatever it is that you want. You can get 20% off using my code We Wake Up and Grind. You can find the link below or use my code when you go to the Booked Up website. But whether you're trying to build muscle, stay strong while cutting, or just training harder, Booked Up's creatine monohydrate is clean, pure, unflavored, so you can throw it right in with your pre-workout, your post-workout, or even your morning protein shakes. And the difference in performance and recovery is real. I tell you, if I'm hurting for money, the one thing I always make sure I have is creatine. I could have no pre-workout, I could have no amino acids. I've been running out of all that stuff, but I will make sure that I save up and I get some of this. It's just something that I want to stay in my system. Stay disciplined, stay fueled, and stay bucked up with creatine monohydrate. But with that being said, we're keeping the episode real short tonight. Like I said, I just wanted to touch base on that. One important thing is prioritizing yourself, organizing your time, and understanding that you need to find ways to have uninterrupted training or uninterrupted time for yourself for what's important to you. Because life happens, things happen, we're adults. You're not always going to have a perfectly planned day, but you can always find a way to find uninterrupted time every day for your training. Stay disciplined, stay consistent, and as always, keep grinding. Till the next episode. Peace.